Now, and later this week will make 30 days since President Donald Trump took over the D.C. Police Department, marking the limit of his takeover. However, he continues to say that he plans to deploy federal troops to cities like Boston, New Orleans, Chicago, as well to address crime and immigration. Scripps News Group Stephanie Liebergen joins us now live. Stephanie, good to see you. This story is complicated. It's evolving. So I want to know where we go from here and also how people are reacting to the takeover, possibly even the threat of troops being deployed somewhere else.
Hey, Aaron, good morning. Well, let's start with what's happening here in Washington, D.C. We saw over the weekend the largest protest against the president's federal takeover of Washington, D.C., with thousands of people hitting the street. The protest organized by supporters of local home rule, which is the local law that allows D.C. to kind of control itself with its own mayor and city council. The ACLU helping coordinate that weekend protest that we saw. But the 30-day limit for the president's takeover of the D.C. police, that's due to expire on Wednesday. But that doesn't mean all of this increased law enforcement is going to disappear on the streets of D.C. The president still controls federal law enforcement, your FBI, ATF, DEA, ICE agents, etc. He can still surge them to the streets of Washington, D.C. And the mayor, Muriel Bowser, has promised to continue close coordination with federal officials from an emergency operations center that's been up and running for the last few weeks with this federal D.C. takeover. So the mayor still going to work with federal officials that'll be here on the streets of D.C., but it's basically like the administration kind of taking its thumb off the scale in control of the D.C. Police Department and D.C. officials themselves. The other thing that's still going to happen is there will still be National Guard troops on the nation's street. The president does control the D.C. National Guard. We don't have a mayor here, and so it is the president's job to give them their orders, and they have orders to be on the streets of D.C. through December. So we're likely to continue to see them outside of Union Station, outside of key areas on that protection mission, likely to continue for the next few months. We don't know how long the out-of-state National Guard troops, who were sent by a handful of Republican governors, also on the streets here in D.C. But once this 30-day limit hits and expires on Wednesday, the question will be for a lot, does the president extend this effort to other key cities where he's continued to threaten Chicago, for example, posting a meme over the weekend saying Chicago's about to figure out why it's called the Department of War. Of course, that comes after last week the president trying to rename, giving the Defense Department a secondary name of the Department of War as well, going back to a name the agency had a few decades ago. So Chicago does not want a federal takeover there. They do not want the National Guard federalized there, and the Illinois governor has been very clear that he does not want any sort of federal takeover. So we'll have to wait and see if the president does try to attempt something similar in Chicago or in any of those other cities that he has issued those threats to, Aaron.
Interesting to hear the timeline on all of this. Stephanie, thanks so much for your time and your perspective.